Hey there. Today I'd like to talk about spiritual sensitivity and how to utilise this as a blessing rather than suffer it as a hardship. From the Hermetic point of view, the human consciousness does not originate in the brain, but rather consists of a subtle force which the brain acts as a receiver for. So if you mistook the brain as the origin, you'd be like someone who actually thought the voices they hear from a radio set were actually coming from in the box. This subtle force is the substance of the mind, and it consists of 4 different elements: earth, water, air and fire, the predominance of which dictate the qualities of the person's mind. This is very influenced by their natural tendencies, their environment, the things they do, and a variety of other factors. We can have fun really imagining how the different proportions of elements would manifest in this mind stuff. Perhaps we could visualize someone who has an elemental predominance of earth and fire as having a consciousness very much like lava. It's full of energy and it's very powerful, but it's slow moving. Maybe someone who has more air and fire would be like a thunderstorm. When you sat next to them, you could just see their will and their ardors cracking across like sheet lightning. If you're more of a watery person or have a bit more air, you will tend to be able to take on vibrations, influences from around you more. This means that you'll be able to sense more. The energies that you come in contact with will reflect and reverberate within your consciousness to some degree. But it also means that you could be open to being influenced by energies sometimes when you don't wish to be. So perhaps if you spend time in a very powerful, influential place, that vibration may overtake you to some degree and start to move you in directions that you didn't plan. Maybe if you meet someone with a very persuasive spirit, it may cause certain aspects of your personality to manifest without your wishing them to. There could be other circumstances whereby the influences that you come into contact with have a small or significant effect on you that lasts for a while, and you need to really take some time to get back to yourself. It's really worth me making this video because the more we practice making this mind stuff pliable, so the more we practice visualizing and imagining things, the more our mind stuff will gain flexibility, and the more we need to learn to deal with the challenges of that flexibility. So what do we do to be able to make sure that we gain from this ability to take on influences and to have a pliable, easily controllable consciousness? Well, the answer is we need to balance it with control. Someone who's got a very rigid consciousness will find it hard to visualize and hard to sense things, but they'll also find it easy to have great integrity and to remain stable through other outside influences. We need to have a balance so we can do both. So first and foremost, if you are very influenced by other people, you need to accept this and make sure that the influences around you are ones that you would really want. They're positive people, they're positive environments whereby you can flourish. But during this time, you also need to be on your guard. So if you are going to spend time in a place which you know does change you, or a person that does influence you in a way you don't wish, make it your sacred duty to maintain your control. You want to hear the message, you want to keep your senses open so you can take on a small amount of that vibration, but it's a message, not a command. So you know what's going on with them, or you know what's going on around you, but it's not going to become part of your wave pattern. You're not going to be overtaken by it. By practicing this and improving each time, you'll build the other elements in your consciousness and gain great flexibility and control at the same time. This means that you can embrace the advantages and use the natural tests that come with it as a training tool to build a well-rounded personality and consciousness. Then you'll be able to stand in the rain, feel it, but not be affected by it. My name is Martin Faulks, and I hope that this video has been of use to everyone who's seeking sensitivity and integrity at the same time. Until next time, let's let every word, thought and action count.